Hello my friends, welcome to another wonderful Stitching Wednesday, the Ambilight. It's already, believe it or not, week 25, frame 3. Did I stitch more than this weeks? I think I was stitching before, like in 22, or no, or I'm making up story, because this frame is bigger than was the other ones. So yeah, this frame will be stitched a little bit longer. But today we are going to stitch. I already set up my camera, and we are stitching around no, not around, here's those rocks. Okay, so we are on the top of the rocks. Hold on. Okay, so we are going to stitch somewhere this area under those bushes. Okay, this one green part, and this creek water is running up there under. Okay, just wanted to show you where we are because I already set up the camera and want to move. I have lots of park threads in here. I already finished many, and there's still lots more work to do in here, but you know what, I have almost one more week left. Probably a little bit less. Well, no, actually, as of right now, like I'm stitching here for Wednesday, but on my calendar it's Sunday right now. So I already have a video for Monday, and I'm skipping Tuesday for now because I don't know what I will record for Tuesday. So I decided to get first to stitch for Wednesday, because I know for sure what I need to stitch, right? Because it's our weekly plan, and then I will think about what to stitch for Tuesday. And maybe possible, I will do my Heaven Earth design that I actually started yesterday on Saturday, and I was stitching. I didn't want it to stop. Yes, I did restarted my Merry Mushroom Picnic Village. Merry Mushroom Village Picnic, I think that's the name. And all I wanted just to kind of try to stitch few stitches just to see how I feel, you know, with the 18 count. And I thought, okay, maybe I will stitch 100 stitches and that would be okay. I ended up stitching 500 in one day, on and off, and we went yet for the birthday. Sherry's sister-in-law had a birthday, so we went to a Mandarin restaurant, and I didn't go to the restaurant for so long time. So we had a good time up there, and then I come back and stitch a little bit more, and I end up stitching 500, exactly 500 after I park, and I was tired already. But oh my god, it's like brand new world now, and I know now for sure that I will have a good progress in no time. So maybe I will stitch with you a little bit. Some of you love to watch counted cross stitch, and I left kind of big chunks of the symbols. You know, if I would stitch bigger number that I have up there on the bottom, and the portion that I'm stitching already for the third time, I would make so much more progress. But I was picking like a singles, 2 stitch, 3 stitch, because there's lots of single stitches up there. So it's all just parking, stitching few stitches and parking. And with all day, I still consider I did good progress in one day. I need to stitch at least probably like over 3,000 to get to the point that I already stitched twice and have to first First, when I was stitching, I did pull out those stitches because it was like not too many of them. And then this next, I'm just going to leave the stitches up there. I put away the fabric, but maybe I pull out just to show you in my first video, kind of to restart and to compare how this look like stitched on a 25 count easy grid and on Ada. I'm so much more happier right now because I actually see the stitches, cross stitches, not just a blob of color. By the way, I told you I will stitch in 2 threads. I changed my mind and I'm stitching in 1 thread because I remember that my Virgo Heaveners design in 18 count as well fabric, and when I was stitching in 2 threads, very pushy. And sometimes when you have a single, that's why kind of single stitches you have to take care of first, like I'm doing right now, because later on on 18 count it's a very little room to do in 2 threads. It just looks very bulky, and I didn't like it. Maybe also depends on your thread. If I would stitch probably with Egyptian threads, it would be no problem to stitch in 2 threads because they are thin. But in my option, it's like leftover threads from all over. The only thing, I did not put any Egyptian threads into it, but it's all kind of like a leftover. The other that I was kind of like reviewing, some was DMC, some was CXC or SHS. No, CXC, I think it's in English supposed to be name. So some of them a little bit thicker, some a little bit thinner, you know. Some of my from leftovers cross stitch that I already finished. Some threads I did not have enough full palette. I was going through those cheap brands like Yushi, or what was the other ones was that I had counted cross stitch, so I just pull out all threads from there what I needed from my Hate design. So it's a mixture of threads, and in 1 layer that I'm stitching right now, it's actually not bad. Plus after wash they will fluffen up a little bit and hopefully will cover nicely. So I will show you and talk about this in my video. Maybe I will have a chance to record the video after this one and we will stitch kind of bigger chunk of the symbol, and at the same time will be easier for me to talk and keep an eye on so I don't make a mistake. I almost made mistake before we went to a restaurant. I park my thread, and for example I should park in here and I park in here, but then when I look on my pattern keeper, I was like, okay, something not right in here. So I catch that just in time before I start stitch and messing up. So that was only mistake, half cross stitch parking, but I quickly picked this up and I was okay. So no mistakes for now so far. I did good job, no frogging involved, and I'm really happy. So now I pin the fabric. So my friends, if you have if you need a fabric, big chunk of fabric, and you have nowhere to find for the good price, plus this is from Korea fabric, I say it's a good quality, like I like it. My personal opinion, I like it. It's a stiff fabric though, and I was thinking maybe I should soften up, but when I start to stitch, it's kind of okay. A little bit harder to get the needle through if I would do like a pin stitch to wave my needle, like, you know, like how I do in here, like this. It's a little bit harder on that fabric. Depends how you go from this way or vertical, because of the stiffness. So I changed my, because on a 25 count I stitched with the ballpoint needle, so definitely I switched to different needle now with the sharp tip, so go through the fabric nice and easy. And oh my god, I'm loving it. I don't have the bulky spot, the messy background like I have on my other. It's still kind of crisscrossing, but now it's looks so much neater. And to me, for some reason, it's important how back look. Like, I don't know why. Will I be care about this later on, pages down, you know, if I will tire of this cuteness and prettiness and just stitch as it is. But for now, I just want to have at least start nice. Later we will see. So I'm happy now because I still love the design very much. And third time as a charm. I'm blaming in a good way my dear friend Callie Jenny, craft and stitching. Craft, oh my god, I always messed up your channel name, I'm so sorry. Crafty Stitching. Jenny, I'm blaming you for contagious touch of restarting this many times. She poor thing restarted as well 3 times, and now she's happy. And when I watch her stitching on Ada, I was like, oh my god, that's it, that's what I need to be happy. Stitch without frustration. And now, you know, I'm stitching that design. I don't need actually magnifier. Even I tried to stitch last night, well, in the dark, right, with the night light, table light, at light, and I was comfortable seeing it through my eyeglasses. And my glasses, like I have I have 2 pair. One of them just a simple one because it's lighter, the other one a little bit heavier with the gems, a little bit like pretty black one. But I cannot see through these glasses. It's only for the close up to look. It's purposely created for me to stitch or bead, whatever, for the craft. And I'm pretty good with this one on 18 count. So that's it. No more headaches of thinking how I gonna see and stitch, because it was really kind of like, it was like a chore to stitch on 25. Plus it's so tiny, I couldn't do a pin stitch because there's nowhere really to grab it, and it was just frustrating, and progress was going like very slow. And now look at me, in one set I did 500 stitches, and that was mostly like a very confetti and singles and all that. I'm sure I have through the design all those confettis, but now I like it. And I kind of look yesterday mock-up of the design a little bit more, just to get, I kind of never kind of went through close-up look of details what they have up there. There's like so much new thing I discovered for myself up there. Those little details up there, some bottles, some jars, and like so much to look, and I cannot wait to stitch my first mini page, because I started to stitch on the bottom, right bottom corner, and all bottom row is short pages, kind of like leftover of the design, you know. so it's much smaller pages. And I'm just using right now a small frame, half small, maybe like 10 by 10 centimeters. Actually, I have a roller next to me, and I have a box. It's kind of like a peekaboo, my frame. Let me see in centimeters from side to side. Oh no, it's like 28. It's like 28, 29 from side to side, not inside though. I would love to put this design now, not this design, the hay design, in something bigger frame, so I can have more kind of open up on the bottom. It will be easier to handle extra fabric because it's a lots of fabric around. Maybe I should put this design on the biggest frame. I don't know, that would be too early yet. Maybe when I get through the first bottom pages, and I will try to go from my right to the left all the way, then after that I will put in a big frame because the old design would be open. But even my bigger design, I don't think it will fit. 999 stitches, but it's a 18 count, so now design bigger than was 25. Much bigger will be design. I'm not sure if it's going to fit into my 1.5 meter frame. I have to measure fabric because besides the actual stitching area, I added 3 inches on each side extra fabric to keep it in the frame. So now it's even bigger fabric. But anyway, everybody who keep your finger crossed that I'm going to finally happy with that. I really am now. That design was just haunting me, and after my mom passed, and I was so sad that I thought that only will put me in the right track if I can restart the design and keep myself totally busy. So when I got to this decision, I just like, that's it, I'm ordering that fabric, because I figure out that I cannot live without. So I pinned the link, will be staying forever on my channel, so you always can find if you need it. If you need lots of fabric for bigger projects, and there's many different sizes up there, definitely you can buy up there one good chunk of fabric that will fit you like a regular size. But because I choose to have my max color and super size, so the actual cut fabric was a little bit short, literally like a few centimeters was not enough for me. I think was not enough exactly on those extra fabric around. So they're like framing. So also there is a different colors of their fabrics. Just keep in mind that Dream Stitch has very good prices. Very good prices. And 5% discount code you can use as well to save even more. Okay, that was a lot of talking, but not on a design that we're working on. Well, basically there's not much to talk about this design anymore, because we're stitching for so long already. I'm still hoping, well, not 1 week, oh my goodness, no, because I want to work now on the Heaveners design. I think I'm not going to be able to finish this one. Can I? No, I don't know. I think we're going to finish maybe next month without pushing myself, because I still have I need to stitch 7 rows of beads. 7 rows, well, 6.5 maybe. So need to work on that one. And I did not work on my cute little owl after I finished 2 colors. Did not work on it yet. I stitched a little bit on my green penny, but did not record video about it. I stitched only once, and I think I stitched only just 1 thread, and then something came up and I didn't have a chance to stitch anymore, because it's on my big frame, so I can't really keep in here. Have to keep in my room so dogs don't get to it. But definitely need to work on that one as well to get a little bit more progress. I really love that design. I'm really hope that my design will show up for the time for the Halloween, which I do have one Halloween design cat in my whips, but you know, it's only one Halloween project that I have, and that's okay to have more. So I would love to start one more, because I think I did order Halloween one. For some reason my shopping cart erased to 0. Usually I like to keep my designs in the shopping cart, so I always can go and look what I ordered, so I don't forget. And I don't think I've received kind of like a receipt, so I'm just waiting. They did tell me the shipping going to be a little bit longer. It's a 1-to-1 store that open up new one. Paint and Fairy partner with other stores, and those designs support artists. Everything is pretty much good prices. Even Fairy brand, some designs up there as well, because somebody asked me if it's going to be same or not, because it's a partners to do store together, but I believe Paint and Fairy will print it for them. So I will know for sure when I receive my package, so I can tell you exactly what it is. But I think that's what I understand, because usually they talking to me, it's go through translation, right? So some in English certain thing doesn't sound correctly, but I'm kind of, over the years I already kind of figure out how to understand Chinese people, and that's what I understood. They partners, and they will be printed with Paint and Fairy, and at the same time Fairy designs will be also be in that store. They're framing. I even saw my pictures in it with the frames. Not the frames, the stands for the frames, yeah. Some of my pictures up there. I think even video pinned, maybe of unboxing, because all my unboxing those frames, it's to assemble them together. So if I get the package soon, because it was saying, I believe, like about 3 weeks for promising before, because it's a brand new store, right? Still set it up, still bring the stuff together, still put in new items. And I did not check today yet, but there is some cute designs up there, good prices, check them out. And with Nataliya, I believe, will work for you, discount code of 5%. I've been looking for this package every day. Oh my god, the way I was looking for my fabric. There's a new, I told you already, Dragonfly delivery company. They are so good, because at first I've received a message from this company of delivery tracking number, right? Dragonfly. They say, okay, if you want to change your delivery, you can put something in the message. Maybe you need to change location or address. So I thought, like, I never heard about this, so it must be spammers. So I delete the email. After a while, I got another email. It says, your package will deliver it safely, but you still have a time to change if you have something to change, you know, location, address, where to put, but don't worry, we will make sure your package will be delivered safely and put away, like, you know, put away nice, maybe hide somewhere so it's safe for you. So I just like start to thinking like, okay, so now they don't really push it on provide them some extra information, still package will be delivered. So okay, I got a little bit more comfortable, so I'm still waiting. After a while, another email, your package will be delivered in 1 hour. I was like, oh my goodness, I hope this is my fabric. So I've been every car driving by, stopping, I'm just keep looking. All of a sudden in that particular 1 hour package arrived. So usually from Dream Stitch package arrive with Unity, I think, Uni delivery company, tracking thing, Uni. But this one with Dragonfly, so I thought, okay, maybe it's something different. So, and the tracking number wasn't matching either. So I opened my first bag, it was like this heavy duty gray bag, to peekaboo what's on the inside, because it could be some like a different cross stitch, you can feel it as kind of like a fabric inside. So I opened the bag, there's inside another bag, sealed. So I thought, okay, I have to open to peekaboo just to make sure when I do my video it's correct product, and I don't have to look for where this package come from. So I open, I peekaboo in a bag, I see white canvas, and after that I didn't pull out. I did not want it to see till unboxing. Oh my god, so I immediately set up my camera and start recording, because I wanted to start as soon as possible. But you know, like, that's remind me those jokes, little memes, when skeleton sitting on a stool and says, my wife waiting for delivery. that was me waiting for delivery that day and the whole week, because I was keep checking. First was tracking from like it's coming, it's in the airport, it's assigned to delivery company, this and that, and just keep tracking. And oh, I was so happy when it's finally arrived. I already was tired, but I decided, hold on, let me just cut this little one longer thread so it's not messing up with my other alignment. I put away a little bit, and then I decided, okay, no, I cannot wait till morning, because I thought I'm going to do my marking in the morning by the window with good light. I could not wait anymore. I sit down at my dining table, put my crafting magnifier glasses. I will show you which one. This one glasses, because this one can bring my canvas more close to me, because chandelier don't give you as much light, you know, as you want it. And I started to grid my fabric, and I gridded. First I gridded like the dots of 10, you know, 10, 10, 10. And then I went vertical, just out like on the bottom of the canvas, and on my right side, all the way 10, 10, 10. Then I recount those 10 twice. I recount once again in here, once again up there. Then I recount like 100, 200, 300, 400. Just make sure I didn't miss any number. I recount like 3-4 times to make sure I cut my fabric correctly, because there was a big excess of fabric left. So I did not want it to ruin my big fabric, and cut and decided it's a wrong way. Yeah, and then I cut fabric away, the leftover. And then, it's a little too close, I went. And then I decided I have to stitch all those cut sides, because I cut from both sides, from my right and from my top, excess of the fabric. So now I had 3 sides that I needed to stitch. Like I stitch with hands, but I just stitch like simple, just over, how you call that stitch? Because I do have a sewing machine, but something's set up not correctly and keep breaking up my thread. So Catherine will take my machine to school, to her sewing teacher that they do in sewing classes like that. I think she did last year, and now she just like a friends with that teacher. And I actually gifted to her, remember one time I review sewing machine musical box, and one machine was damaged, and company sent, it was a broken piece, and company sent me another one to replace the broken one. So I left broken one for myself, and I gave Catherine the good one to take to the teacher, because she sew a lot, and Catherine like her, they become like a friends. And she say, after school I'm gonna take her phone number to keep in touch. And that's amazing when, you know, students and teacher has such relationship. So she helped Catherine to cope with some stuff. If she has a hard time, anxiety or what, she just go to her class and talk to her. So yeah, she say, oh, no problem, Catherine, bring me the machine and I will look and check the settings and see what is going on. Maybe some of those lock that hold in the threads inside the machine may be too tight, maybe need to unscrew a little bit. I don't know what is going on, but you know, I could overload my, like overstitch that canvas in seconds and be done instead of sitting and stitching by hands. I'm trying to get to this part. Hold on, I have to jump over my frame to next one. We're going to continue with the same color and the same symbol. Let me go a little bit more close. Okay, so yeah, she will take I have to pull out the machine, and she will take to school, and teacher will set me up because she stitching, that's her kind of like specialty, so she know what she's doing. And it's my first electric machine. Back home when I was a kid, mom let me to stitch on her, like you have to turn a handle. That was like a tabletop machine. Not the, it looks like a how you call this, singer machine, but without the stand. But that was just like inside of the box with the handle, you carry like a luggage. That kind of machine was my mom's, which I did restore stand from singer machine. Eventually I wanted to restore a machine itself. I got it for free, and it was too I decided no, I'm not gonna make that because it was too old and rusty and just pieces. I knew I'm not going to use that. But you know what I did? Restore stand itself. I sprayed with the rust eater to get the rust out from the stand. I sand and sand and sand, and then I painted with the black paint, added gold paint touch-ups to it, and looks beautiful. And then I put on the top piece of wood from some kind of furniture, or from shelving or something, that go perfect like on the top of that metal stand, and it stays in my craft room right now. I'm keeping in my like those fancy Elvis Presley boxes that I bought in the auction a long time ago. And I could put my sewing machine on that stand now, I'm thinking. Yeah, it's just right now not working room. I have to work on it. I keep pulling fur because my jug pants all over with this furry stuff, because puppies always snuggle with me, and they come and put their head on top of my knee like, come on mom, pay attention to us a little bit. So I have to give them a whole bunch of hugs and kisses. Yesterday Catherine was snuggling with Kono. She was getting ready to go to work, and she put lip stain. She bought a new one, so she was testing out, and she forgot and she kissed Kono and he white. So he had a kiss mark on his white fur. That was cute. I'm go this way, half stitch, and then come back close so we can go that way. Continue. Last weekend we went to the campground, but only for one day and one night, and then we decided to go home because the day is supposed to be rain, but it wasn't rain. But it was a cooler, and that cold air was really hurting my dog bites. The skin, wow, just amazing how it works on cold air. So we decided, okay, it's probably going to be rain, so we're just gonna go home and just do more stuff at home. So I kind of had a more time to create and stitch, and recorded a few more videos, which that fabric that I did unboxing I could literally put on Tuesday. That would be my video for Tuesday to cover up empty day on my calendar, but I just couldn't wait. I couldn't wait. I wanted to show you that fabric because I was too excited to wait. And now this next one weekend coming, we were talking to our friends, neighbors at the campground, that they will be there, so we're gonna show up as well. We're gonna have like a together some fancy dish that Kirsten's supposed to cook. Sounds like a seafood dish, but I never heard about it, so we're gonna chip in all together money and make one good feast. There's lots of people already left campground, so it's nice and peaceful up there, and we're gonna have like a neighbors dinner nice together. So we're gonna show up this week. I'm not sure for a day or two, but we will go there. The season's almost over, but it's even nice to go for one day, and to me it's a therapy walking by the lake, to be honest. My dog's loving it up there, of course. But it's good now we have a fenced backyard, so if I let them out, we just go through the basement area and door straight up on a backyard, so I don't have to take them on a leash anymore. Oh my god, Bandit yesterday ran away from Catherine at home. She was chasing him on the street and his stinker ran away. He is bad for that one. She opened door after work, and they usually attack her by the door because everybody wants to have attention. And she was holding, I guess, her cup with water and some sandwich, because when we show up after dinner, we see Catherine's car parked on a driveway, her stuff on the top of the deck. We call on her at home. She's not in the house. Like, what is going on? Where is she? So I started to call her, and all of a sudden she's already on a deck, holding a Bandit by the collar. When she opened door, he squeezed and ran and start running away in the street. And he is not listening to come back to you. Oh my god, he could go all the way around the block, wherever. What if some dogs would be up there and he would run to him and get bitten again, you know? That was terrifying. But finally she catch him. She probably even carry him a little bit. Oh my god, she got him. And the funny thing is, when we show up in the house, husband and I, we were also bringing some boxes from Costco, because we stopped at the store, buy a few fresh fruits. And I bought my marinade, like fresh fish that I marinate to make a salty. And we didn't even pay attention that Bandit wasn't jumping around us, because it's still Trevor. It still looks hectic in here, and everybody's jumping, excited to see us, that I didn't even see the Bandit wasn't here yet. Holy moly. Too many dogs, right? But she got him. She got him. That's why when I open front door, I literally put like my bag or knee up front of me and squeeze them through the door so they can't get out. I don't know how to teach them to behave correctly. Only a shaker necklace probably would help, but I don't want to use them. So he went for a good exercise run around the street. And then she come to her, sniff her hands and running away. He's playing, you know. He's not ready to go back home. He was playing. So later he come again. She literally lunged and got him. That's bandit. Bandit in my language would be bandit. So I very often call him bandit. Bandit. He like to steal sock and run around, play with it. My goodness, I forgot. Keep recording this video. Probably going to be too long now. Okay, maybe just let's see, to finish this thread or this patch. No, I think from here we can jump to here because it's the same symbol up there. Lots of this symbol I still have. This green color that I have in here, see, that's this one color, that's only is left to cover up in here, and that's it for that one symbol. Okay, where we are. Okay, it's elimination game right now. I already put away back in the book one color this morning because I was stitching, waiting until Catherine go. And this symbol in here, yeah, I think that's the only few stitches I was short on a thread to finish. You see this green and pink slice? I know it's washed out symbol, not very bright, a little bit in here. And that's it for that one color as well. I don't see anywhere else this color. Yeah, just this few little stitches in here. Elimination game. I will zoom out at the end of this video just to show you what I have, because I did put more stitch into this. I was stitching by myself the other day. And then I sit down and park a whole bunch of threads. I took with me this design to the campground, but I did not put one stitch, didn't have the time. We just spent good time with my husband. We were playing cards. I went for a good walk to the lake in the daytime, then like close to the evening, two of us, we went for a good walk around the campground to the lake, went to those rocks rock bed to the lake, but it was kind of windy and cool, so we went back to the trailer through the park, not over the lake. But I mean, the water are so low right now. You can walk and walk deep to the lake. Literally waist deep water is gone level. Because when we go to those big rocks that I show you in my video, it's more than waist. If I would stand next to the rock, that's how much water is gone from the lake right now. It's amazing. Still enjoying to watch how vultures or wild turkey, no, I think it's called vultures, them keep settling at night to sleep on that tree across the street from us. Every night they go on the same tree to sleep, and it's kind of nice when they spread those big wings flying around before they go to the tree. I love to watch them. And then some bats would fly when it gets a little bit more darker. Then I'm watching for the stars. I don't think I even saw this here shooting stars. No, I don't think I spot one. Oh my goodness, I have to go eat some. My stomach started to rumble. I'm sorry if you heard that. I didn't even have a drink yet. It's already 13 after 12. Already afternoon, and I didn't even have a food or drink yet. See, I'm thinking about you first. Probably, today I'm gonna make a not coffee, I'm gonna make a lemon tea. I bought yesterday at Costco big, huge, fresh lemons. I love how they big up there and like beautiful yellow that I'm ready kind of to eat like an apple with the skin even. You know how beautiful they are. Bought 2 packs of avocado because my kids start liking avocado. I started, nobody was kind of eating, but then later on they get used to, especially when they, for example, eat sushi, there's avocado inside in some of them. And then I just making a salad and let my kids just try a little bit my salad. I would make it like a separate salad, one from them, because my husband still don't like avocado. And I don't even know if he tried it. He just know that he don't like it, and that's it. Okay, I'm gonna make a little pin stitch, remember? I will go through this dark colors in here. See if it's going to be visible. No, see, nothing. But now I don't have a hanging threads on the bottom. Okay, we need to move. Okay, I'm not doing right. Okay, I'm going to, okay, it's not too late yet to pull it out. My first stitch created run. Okay, I'm just gonna jump right in here. almost made a wrong stitch angle. Okay, I'm going to jump over. Hold on, hold on. Boom. Okay. Isn't that nice? Deep, rich color up there. Oh, I love to work on those trees. Okay, which one? Okay. Almost done, my friends. I will be so happy when I finish this one. It's gonna be my second biggest project done after European Town. Okay, where should I go here? Down or up? Maybe up? Or down? I don't know, let's go down. Because thread's short, so we're gonna get it from the bottom more done. Even some symbol in here I need to verify with the book, because some symbols are very similar. There is this brown line, if you have this design on the side of my canvas, they are identical color, I don't see any different colors, but they are absolutely different color in threads, and it's so easy to just mistake and stitch with different color. And there's some of the brown squares too, I think very similar, something similar to this one. And there's another brown that I'm always afraid to mistake. So for some kind of symbol I always go to the book, and because symbol is different and you have to kind of look which one square or which motif next to it to kind of figure out where is that spot. First I look on a booklet where they're separated by the pages to see what kind of page that is to begin with, to find that spot. It's a little not comfortable. So if you are stitching Ambilight printed by Fairy, you got yourself a very comfy stitching. Okay, let's make a one more stitch and that's it, and then I will zoom out to kind of show you where we are right now, which will be backwards for you, or maybe I cannot take a camera after tripod, why not? There's a new video, Whip Parade. Oh, Bluebells. My goodness. No, I forgot her name again. Of the channel. I know Bluebells. Oh, let me go to YouTube chat, see if it's gonna show me on the side of my subscription, because I am subscribed to her. Okay, YouTube. Let's see if her name will pop. Oh, Darling Bluebell. She is from, is it Norway? She mostly stitch design that has blue colors only. I think she has only one design in her collection. There is brown golden design. Her whips are amazing. I highly recommend you go check it out if you did not see her. Darling Bluebell, her channel name. Now let me take a camera in my hands so I can show you correct way. Hopefully it's going to be okay to watch against the window. So here is what we have. Look at that beautiful tree start to coming out so nicely. So this morning I stitched, let me just grab the scissors. This morning I finished a few of these brown branches, and that was a green vertical line. I already finished that symbol, put leftover thread to my book, and right now I will stitch with this pink color, this orange symbol from here to here, just to cover up more area from the frame. We stitch with you in this area, in here, a little bit up there, and look how much of this big tree I already stitched. Looks like white. This is blue, light blue color. So I already have a whole bunch of threads up there, and it doesn't look like much left here and there. Like, you know, there's some missing threads in here. Oh, there's a few green of the color in here. I have the patch. Yeah, if I flip on another side, see, the good thing about this frame, because all this part to here, it's a partial, you don't have to stitch this chunk. So if we can turn the other side, See, this is how it looks like. Looks much better on this side. Feels like so little left. But then when I flip, it's like, oh, it's a lot yet. Look at that. That's how much is left. This is the partial area in here and up there that don't have to be stitched. So what do you think? Can I finish September if I would only work on this one? I don't know. So I'm going to stitch maybe right now a little bit more. My son will be home in maybe 2-3 hours. So I need to record some video for Tuesday to go backwards. But for now, the tree is amazing. And I really love how this one glow almost. Happy stitching, everybody. I hope you had fun today chit chat with me. I will see you tomorrow.